Welcome to Taiji's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make mochi donuts. So of course donuts is not originally Japanese food, but it has been around in Japan for a while now. And in Japan there's a very big donut chain that everybody knows called Mr. Donuts. And about 20 years ago or so, this chain invented this concept of mochi donuts. And they called it Pon de Ring and have this very signature shape, and it's so delicious. This is something I always get whenever I get a chance to go back to Japan. I just had a really urge to recreate this myself. And I tried different recipes, and this is the one that I thought was most successful to recreate this really chewy texture. Of course, it is not as chewy because they use this very chewy dough and they use special machines for that. So you can't really recreate the same chewiness, but I think this recipe is quite successful to recreate as good as possible. So I really do hope you give this a try yourself. And if you have a chance to go to Japan, I really urge you to try this Mr. Donuts Pon de Ring. Then, let's get started. Here are the ingredients for mochi donuts. So as main ingredients, I have all-purpose flour, I have your so-called glutinous rice flour, sometimes these are called Mochiko, these are flour from the mochi rice, baking powder, then yogurt. Don't get fat-free yogurt, but instead try with higher fat content. I have here so-called Silken Tofu. In Japan these are known as Mochi Tofu. These are the very soft kind. If you can't find it, then use the same amount of yogurt instead. An egg and sugar. Then for the icing, I have milk and powdered sugar. Then let's get into it. As the first thing, let's measure all the dry ingredients. Then we're going to first weigh 100 grams of all-purpose flour. So just like that. Then next, 120 grams of glutinous rice flour or Mochiko. So perfect. Then about 1 tablespoon baking powder, which is usually about 10 grams. Then we're gonna lightly mix this. Then this is ready. Then let's mix in all the ingredients. So in a pot or some kind of container, I'm gonna measure in the tofu and the yogurt. I'm gonna first put in 100 grams of silken tofu. So this is floating in water, so I'm gonna get rid of this water. So the whole package is about 300 grams. So I'm gonna put in about a third of this. Just a little bit more. Perfect. Then into this about 50 grams of yogurt. So just like that. And to this about 50 grams of granulated sugar. So perfect. Then in this I'm going to crack in the egg. Then I'm going to mix in all the wet ingredients. Then to this I'm going to put in the flour mixture. So using a colander like this. I'm gonna mix this up. So after a while it gets difficult to mix it with a chopstick, and you want to keep kneading with your hands. So after kneading like this for a couple minutes, then this is finished. So then before going further, what you want to do is prepare the parchment paper. So this parchment paper you want to cut into kind of like 10 to 10 centimeter square or so. So you don't necessarily have to do this, but if you do this, then you can make this mochi donut with the signature shape of this Pon de Ring. So what you want to do is you want to make this into about 6 equal pieces. Then each piece you want to cut it into 8 equal pieces. And then what you want to do is make a bowl like this, and then put them together like this. And to put this together like this, the signature form of mochi donuts. Of course, you don't have to do this, you can just make it into small bowls, but I think it's just also fun to make these shapes. I'm gonna keep doing this. So then all 6 of them are finished. Let's fry these. So in a pot, I'm gonna put in the frying oil. Then I'm going to turn the heat to high and bring this to about 160 degrees. So now it has reached about 160 degrees. I'm going to turn the heat to low. Then I'm going to put this right in here with the parchment paper. I'm going to fry like this in low heat for about 3 to 4 minutes or so. So after about a minute or so, you'll be able to take out the parchment paper. And then I'm going to flip to the other side. I'm going to flip to the other side again. So after about 3 minutes or so, this is looking golden brown. This is finished. Let's take this out. Oh yeah, this looks good. I'm going to keep frying the rest. So then this is also golden brown. Check it out. Let's fry one more. Then these are finished. I'm going to leave it to the side and let it cool down a little bit. So as we're waiting for the donuts to cool, let's make the icing or the sugar glaze. So in some kind of small container, I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar. In here I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of milk. And then just mix it up. And with that, the sugar glaze is finished. Okay, this has cooled down somewhat. Let's put in the glaze. So just dip it in like this. So just like that. So then with that, this is finished. And that's done for that. Let's eat. Okay, then let's eat. Itadakimasu. Okay, let's eat. Itadakimasu. Itadakimasu. Crunchy on the outside and very chewy on the inside. In Japanese we call this mochi mochi, which means chewy like mochi. Oh, this is so very delicious. To be honest, if you do have to compare with the Pon de Ring from the chain Mr. Donuts, it's not as chewy, but trying to recreate this, it's quite close enough. Oh, that was so very delicious. ごちそうさまでした. Oh, that was so totally delicious. So as you just saw, making this mochi donut is really not difficult at all. Like I said, it is not as good as the store-made ones, but I think it's pretty close enough. So I really do hope you give this a try yourself. If you did like this video, I'd love it if you hit the like button for me. And if you have any questions, or requests, or any feedbacks, please feel free to write anything in the comments below. And if you want to see more of these videos, please subscribe. Otherwise, I look forward to see you in the next video. Bye.